Hook 1, very suspenseful. What if a simple music box could remember everything you tried to forget? And what if the memories inside it refused to stay silent? Hook 2, fast, gripping. The attic was quiet. The music box was broken. So why did it whisper someone's name? Hook 3, high curiosity. Imagine opening an old music box and hearing a voice that knows your past better than you do. Hook 4, intense mystery. A forgotten melody, a porcelain dancer, and a whisper that should not exist. Are you ready to hear what the box remembers? Hook 5, emotional plus creepy. Some memories fade with time. Others hide, and one of them just woke up inside a music box. Hook 6, short and punchy. This music box does not play songs. It plays memories, and tonight, it wants you to listen. The music box memory. The first chime of the music box drifted through the dim attic. A thin note that trembled like a breath in cold air. Dust floated in slow circles around the golden box. Its surface glowed faintly beneath the single cracked window. I stepped closer. My fingertips tingled before I even touched it. The melody swelled, soft, sweet, yet strangely hollow. A sudden chill slid down my spine. The air smelled of old paper and forgotten perfume. I lifted the lid. The hinges groaned like a distant whisper. Inside, the tiny dancer stood frozen. Her porcelain smile looked too real, too knowing. The tune shifted. A deeper note quivered beneath the familiar rhythm. A sound that felt like someone breathing behind me. My heartbeat stuttered. The floorboards tightened under my weight. The dancer's eyes glimmered. A faint movement stirred in her delicate neck. I leaned in. The music grew louder, sharper, as if calling something awake. The dancer's head turned a single inch toward me. The melody cracked like breaking glass. I inhaled slowly. The air felt heavy, almost alive. Then I heard it. A second voice inside the music. A low whisper threading through each spinning note. A whisper that spoke my name. The whisper that spoke my name lingered in the air like a thin thread of smoke. It curled around my ears with a weight that pressed into my skull. My breath stalled. My throat tightened as if the attic itself leaned closer. The music box kept turning. Each metallic note struck with sharp precision. Each vibration crept under my skin. I stared at the dancer. Her painted lashes glimmered beneath the weak beam of light. Her porcelain dress shimmered with a ghostly sheen. The whisper rose again. This time it formed each syllable more clearly. My name rolled through the melody with an unnatural softness. I stepped back. The wood beneath my heel snapped with a loud crack. The sound echoed until it dissolved into the humming tune. The music box reacted. Its gears spun faster. The tune spiraled upward in a dizzying loop. The dancer jerked. Her arms shifted by a fraction of an inch. Her tiny fingers looked like they tried to stretch outward. I felt a shift in the air. A dense pressure pressed against my chest. It felt like something unseen pushed from inside the box. The whisper grew stronger. Its tone wrapped around the notes as though both sounds were made by the same unseen throat. It spoke again. Come closer. My palms grew damp. A faint tremble ran along my arms. My heartbeat pounded with a heavy rhythm that matched the sharpened melody. I looked toward the attic door. Its frame sagged under layers of peeling paint. The handle dipped slightly downward, as if something had touched it moments before. I forced my eyes back to the box. The lid shook with a faint rattle. The dancer lifted her head another small degree. Her eyes locked with mine. They held a depth that porcelain should not possess. A cold rush swept across my cheeks. It smelled like rain on old stone. It felt ancient. The whisper swelled until it hovered just above a human voice. It stretched into the narrow space between the spinning notes. Do you remember? The words sank deep inside my ears. They scraped at a memory I never knew existed. My hands shook. The edges of the attic blurred as though the world dipped and swayed. The music spun faster. The dancer turned with a sudden violent twist. Her feet snapped against the platform. A thin crack ran across its surface. The sound rang like a delicate bone breaking. The tune shifted again. Its rhythm grew uneven, erratic, hungry. I knelt beside the box without realizing I had moved. The air around it forced me downward with a subtle pull. A pulse throbbed beneath its golden lid. A faint heartbeat. I strained to breathe. Each inhale scraped my lungs. My tongue tasted metal and old dust. The dancer leaned forward, her face tilted toward my own with slow intent. Her painted smile appeared sharper, wider, almost alive. A faint knock echoed through the attic walls. One soft tap, followed by another. The rhythm matched the pulse of the music box. I turned my head slowly. The shadows between the boxes deepened. Something moved inside them. A soft shift like fabric dragging across wood. The whisper filled the space behind me. It breathed against the nape of my neck with warm pressure. It spoke again. You left me. My chest tightened until it hurt. A memory flickered. A hallway. A voice calling. A small hand slipping from mine. The attic darkened. The sunlight through the cracked window dimmed until it looked like dusk. The dust hung still in the air. Suspended. Waiting. The music box lid rose another inch without any touch. The hinges strained. The dancer trembled with unnatural motion. Her porcelain surface began to crack. Thin lines snaked across her arms and legs. The cracks pulsed with faint red light. The whisper changed. It grew deeper, more layered, as if several voices spoke at once from a single throat. You forgot me. The words slammed into my chest. My stomach twisted. My legs weakened. I reached toward the box. Not because I wished to. Because something inside the melody pulled at my muscles like thin strings. My fingertips hovered above the dancer. Heat radiated from her cracked body. The red glow brightened with every note. The attic floor shuddered. Objects rattled along the walls. Loose nails chimed against the rafters. The dancer lifted her arms. Her head tilted back. Her mouth opened in a silent porcelain scream. The whisper rose to a howl. It wrapped around my thoughts. It pressed into every corner of my mind. You promised to return. The music reached a frantic pitch. The gears inside the box spun so fast they screeched. The dancer lurched forward as if something inside her tried to break free. My hand touched her porcelain shoulder. A jolt shot up my arm. White light flashed behind my eyes. The attic vanished for a heartbeat. I stood in the middle of a long corridor filled with soft yellow lamps. A small figure stood at the end. Its silhouette shook. It lifted a tiny hand toward me. The whisper echoed through the corridor. Through the attic. Through the music box. Through every part of me. Do you hear me now? The corridor dissolved in a swirl of pale gold light. The attic returned around me with a slow tightening pull. My knees pressed against the wooden floor. My hand still rested on the dancer's cracked shoulder. The music softened. Its frantic pitch faded into a slow, familiar lullaby. A lullaby I once heard in a warm room long ago. A memory surfaced with sudden clarity. A small girl sat beside me on a carpet dotted with stars. She held the same music box in her hands. Her smile reflected the gentle glow of a bedside lamp. She called my name with a soft voice. The same voice that whispered through the attic. The same voice that pleaded for me to remember. Her fingers traced the dancer's tiny porcelain face. She told me that the music box would keep our memories safe. She told me that the melody would always guide me back. Then the memory shifted. A storm outside. A door slammed. I ran toward the stairs. Her small hand slipped from mine. The world grew loud and broken. The music box shattered. The attic trembled as the memory settled. The dancer's cracks glowed brighter for a moment. Then the light dimmed into a soft ember. The whisper returned with one final plea. Do you see me now? I met the dancer's eyes. The red glow inside them faded. The cracks sealed into pale, delicate lines. I lifted the music box gently. Its weight felt warm, alive in a peaceful way rather than a fearful one. The melody shifted into a quiet hum. A hum filled with comfort instead of hunger. A hum that carried the voice of the girl I once knew. I whispered into the still air. I remember you. The attic brightened. The dust shimmered like tiny sparks. The faint scent of old perfume turned fresh. The dancer lowered her head. Her painted smile softened. The music slowed into a final calm note. The lid of the box closed with a gentle click. The whisper faded into silence. The room exhaled. I stood and walked toward the attic door. The light behind me grew warm rather than dim. The weight in my chest lifted with every step. As I reached the doorway, the music box stirred once more. A single chime drifted out. A soft goodbye. I carried the box downstairs with steady hands. Its golden surface felt smooth and still. Its memory rested quietly within it. No longer forgotten. And for the first time in years, the house felt whole again.